Why is it asking me to go to Zoom when I'm already in Zoom?
I'm gonna go, as soon as Nicole makes me host again, Judge, I'll fix that. Okay, you took it off. Was Katie able to take you the paperwork, Your Honor?
I'm back. Am I supposed to share screen, Patty?
No, sir, you don't need to. You can just, if Katie took you the paperwork, you should have it in front of you.
I don't have anything here.
Okay, one moment, please.
Patricia,
Judge, we don't have the plea agreement from Hernandez. Can you ask Ms. Pollard to double check with
Ms.
Andrew
Pollard, can you double check with
Edelman?
Andrew and whoever else? Because I don't have the papers here and we're supposed to have them.
Okay,
They might be in transit somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patty, are you there?
Who's asking for Patty?
Oh, it's me, it's Catherine. I just wanted to let you know that Andrew is gonna send you that paperwork so that I guess you can get it to Judge to sign.
Andrew's, I'm sorry.
Is that okay?
Andrew's going to send you the paperwork. So say again?
Andrew's gonna send the paperwork to Patty. He
Okay,
said that
Andrew's
that
gonna
should-
send me the paperwork, Judge?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I guess I'll share it.
Okay. Ms. Garcia will handle it.
But it's missing the plea agreement.
Okay. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Once again, the court calls case number 639621, State of Texas versus Samuel Stephen Hernandez. Samuel Stephen Hernandez, would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses you submit will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Mr. Hernandez, this is a criminal proceeding in the state court of Texas, the Texas State Court. And I want to go over some rights and constitutional protections that you have real quick. There are 5 of them that I'll particularly talk about at this point. Number 1, do you know and has it been explained to you that you have a right to remain silent, meaning that you do not have to say anything, you don't have to answer questions, you don't have to in any way sign papers that admitted or confess to wrongdoing. So basically the right to remain silent. Do you understand you have that right?
Okay.
You have the right to a jury trial. That means you and your attorney and the state's attorneys would select 6 people from a random panel of jurors who would hear the evidence and decide whether they believe that that the state has met its burden of proving you guilty beyond reasonable doubt. You understand you have that right?
Okay.
You have the right to confront witnesses. That means you and your attorney could cross-examine, question, or challenge any witness who would testify if you went to trial. You understand you have that right?
Okay.
You also have a right to what's called the right of appeal. That's essentially that you yourself, your attorney, by himself, or the 2 of you together could demand that the higher court would review the record and the evidence in this case for whatever challenge you wanted to make. That's essentially the right of appeal. Do you understand you have that right?
Okay.
Also, you have the right to demand that you and the state, by the way, you and the state individually have the right to demand that this matter, this proceeding, be held in the open public courtroom. Now, because of the COVID pandemic, we're not doing that. But have you reviewed and signed a document that says that you are in agreement to do this on the internet?
Okay.
All right. There are documents that cover the information and the rights and protections that I just reviewed, that I just discussed with you. Did you and your attorney review these documents?
Again.
All right. There's a document called Discovery Acknowledgement. Counsel, are you satisfied that Article 39.14 of the Code of Criminal Procedure has been obeyed, that you have all the discovery you need in this matter?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. You signed that form, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
And the attorney, Mr. Garcia, and Mr. Hernandez, you both reviewed all these documents together? The documents that are part of this record?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Garcia, are you satisfied that your client has a rational understanding of the facts and of the proceedings in this matter?
Yes, Judge.
Are you satisfied that he's mentally competent
Yes, ma'am.
to participate in this matter and enter a plea?
Yes, Judge.
Now, there are documents, Mr. Hernandez, that are important documents, and they have appear to have your signature. Did you and your attorney review these documents?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about these documents?
Okay.
Beg your pardon?
Okay.
Do you have questions about these?
No.
Okay. Now, there's a document being shown to you right now. It talks about the waiver of constitutional rights and courts admonitions. Did you understand these documents? Did you read them over and understand them?
Yes.
All right. You're charged with the offense of interference with emergency telephone call. State, tell me about that. Is that where we're proceeding?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And have you all come to an agreement, you and the defense?
Yes, Judge.
Judge.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, to the charge of interfering with a emergency telephone call, what is your plea?
No contest.
Okay. Now, there's paperwork in front of you here on the screen, but you've also reviewed this paperwork. You have made an agreement with the state and you're pleading no contest to it. Do you understand that a no contest plea is considered a guilty plea in this court?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, intimidate you, or promise you anything other than the plea bargain deal that you've made in exchange for your plea?
Okay.
I'm sorry?
No, sir. No.
Thank you. All right, now, are you entering a plea of no contest because you believe ultimately after talking to your lawyer and looking at the evidence and the materials in this case that you believe it is in your best interest to do so?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. State, what is the agreement that you, by the way, for the record, based on your plea, is there an application for deferred or anything else on this matter?
No, sir. No, sir.
Judge,
Yes,
I believe that you're talking about deferred disposition, right?
that's correct.
I believe that we entered into an agreement with the state regarding the 10 months deferred.
Yes, Judge. It is a deferred offer.
Perfect.
All right. Very good. Then, Mr. Hernandez, very quickly, a deferred adjudication means that even though you're pleading no contest, which the court takes as a guilty plea, I will honor the agreement that you made, which means that I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will be placing you on deferred adjudication. That's it is a way of saying I am postponing any finding of guilt. And as long as you live up to all the conditions of supervision, then the case winds up being closed and you're not convicted of this charge. Very important benefit that your attorney has gotten for you. Do you understand that? You're muted, Mr. Hernandez.
Sorry.
Did you
Yes, sir.
understand? All right.
Yes.
Now, you have pled guilty. I find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I do not find you guilty. State, what is the agreement?
Judge, the agreement is a $500 fine plus court costs, 10 months deferred, 40 hours of community service, the APSE, and a no harmful or injurious contact order with Selena Perez.
That is.
SELENA? SELENA?
I'm sorry, Judge, what was that?
SELENA?
SELENA, yes, Judge.
And the last name is what?
Perez, PEREZ.
All right, so we get a $500 fine, 10 months deferred, APSE, no harmful injurious contact with Selena Perez. What else? Hello?
Judge, I believe that's it.
Judge, that's my understanding of the plea deal, Judge.
Very good. That's exactly what I was going to ask you. All right. Mr. Hernandez, you're ordered to appear in the offices of the County Court of Law number 5, at which point you will have your thumbprint placed on the documents that are required by law. And you will have a document placed in your hands that details to you the what deferred adjudication actually means, okay? It'll have details for you. Now, you're working full-time for Vutex.
Yes, sir.
What is your income? Just $13.30 an hour? How many hours a week do you work?
I only know 2 hours, but I do over 120 into a week.
You do what?
120 into a week. I don't know how to do an hour. I only know 2 weeks.
So you're doing 60 hours a week?
Yeah,
100
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
And do you get overtime for the time that's beyond 40 hours a week?
Mm-hmm.
So what
do
is,
10 hours.
tell me what is your basic monthly income that you actually make total?
I don't know them. I don't know that, Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rely on my trusty dusty
Sorry.
computer here. 1330 times, if you get overtime, it's time and a half, so it's the equivalent
19.
of $19 an hour
Yes.
for the 20 hours. So it's 1330 times 40, that equals 532. And then 20 times $19, that equals 380. You're doing pretty well, young fella. That's good.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see that. So you get $900 a week.
Hold on.
That's you're almost at 4,000 a month. So we'll say 3,900. All right. Now your paper says that you have 3 children, 3 dependents.
3 sets.
Okay, how old are they?
1, 3, and 5.
All right, little rascals. All right. I grant you your 10 months deferred adjudication. I will remind you, sir, you have a $500 fine and court costs. You will attend and complete in good faith the APSE course, which is an anger management course. You are not to in any way have any harmful or injurious contact with Selena Perez. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Or do you live together with her?
Yes, sir.
All right. You behave yourself, and you're going to do anything, show her love and caring.
Yes, sir, of course.
All right. I've told you about you having to appear in the court, the offices to put your thumbprint on.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
what
The-
did you assess?
I'm sorry.
What did you assess the supervisory fee at?
That's what I'm going to do right now.
Okay,
You got 3 little rascals. I'm going to make your supervisory fee $38 a month. You got it?
Okay.
All right. You will meet with Ms. Deis Santos. She's on the screen here. She's going to explain to you the details of what you have to do to get this thing going for the next 10 months and get these classes and stuff done and your fines and fees paid, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions from defense,
Nothing further from the defense, Judge.
from state?
Nothing further from the state judge.
Okay, then, Mr. Garcia and Mr. Hernandez, except for Mr. Hernandez having to meet with Ms. Taya Santos, y'all are excused. Thank you for your time and courtesy.
Judge. Tell me, you gotta wait for your, I'll tell him to log back in, Judge. I think he come on.
I put him in the breakout room with Ms.
Perfect.
Reyes.
All right. You guys have a great evening. All right, good afternoon.
You too, Mr. Garcia. Take care of yourself.
Yes, Judge.
All right, do we have my friend Jocelyn Andrews here?
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, which case are you here on?
Martina Barrera. Do you need a calls number, Judge?
I do. It makes it a lot quicker for me because we got about 8 pages of cases.
Page 5, Judge.
Number 5, the very next one.
And just a heads up on this one, the plea agreement is out for signature from Judge Longoria, and the plea paperwork is still out for signature from the defendant.
Well,
So Martina, my client still needs to sign something?
Yes, she signed, it looks like she signed the plea agreement, but she hasn't signed the plea paperwork yet.
Okay, let me give her a call right quick.
okie dokie.
Jocelyn. Did you want me to put you on breakout with her?
Is she, yeah, oh, she's there, she can hear us. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yes, go ahead and put us in a breakout room real quick, Patty, thank you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Your Honor, just to remind you, you have a wedding
Well, they're here.
they're in the courtroom. Yes, Your Honor.
Well, while I'm waiting for all this to settle down, I'll get somebody either very happy or very miserable.
Okay.